Dear good you guys, Mr. Loly here, welcome back. Today we have a very special guest with us, the Mr. Wonderful Chase Martinez. You want to introduce yourself?
Suave. Mamita, mamita, oh grabe.
What's up, gang? My name is Chase Martinez. I am currently based in Los Angeles, but I'm originally from the UK, but originated from the Philippines. You know what I'm saying?
You're everywhere. Everywhere.
Everywhere on the map. Just released my debut single, Mr. Suave, and I'm here with the lovely Loly. Thank you so much for having me. And yeah, so let's get it.
Of course, thank you so much for being here. Very happy to have you. Oh, actually, huge shout out to Emma, who actually introduced us, our good friend Emma.
You beat me to it. Thank you, Auntie Emma, for connecting us. She's lovely, bro.
Oh, she's so nice. She's a little dote. She kept messaging me. She's like, you have to check this guy out. And I was like, okay, fine. And I was like, oh wait, this is really good. The song is amazing. So let's get a little bit into it. It is your first debut single as a solo artist, and it's a mix, not only English, also Tagalog as well, which is so good to hear. And it's a bit of pop, a little bit of Latin vibes. So tell us a little bit of the song and yeah.
Yeah, so it was kind of, when I was putting it together, I still have the recording of it, because I remember I was using my phone to just press and record, just kind of feeling my way, whatever comes out. But one of the first things I said was like, you know what, let's make a pop song, right? But I had it at the back of my mind to kind of switch it up a bit. I was like, let me try and, spice it up, add some Filipino in that, you know what I'm saying? Some Filo culture. So yeah, when I kind of put it together, I made that song in 3 hours, or less than 3 hours. And when I heard it back, I was like, hey, yo, what is this? This is something, I feel like I'm onto something here, but it's a little bit different. So in the end, I feel like I designed the song to kind of break the system a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Adding different elements together where there's Filipino culture in there, as well as some Latin music, some Latin vibes, but also be received in the more Western music. So it's kind of like mixing all of the cultures together to hopefully spark conversations. Because I remember when I be playing it to some people, oh, I love the Spanish, and I'm like, is it Spanish though?
It's Spanish.
And then when I played it to some Hispanic people, they'll be like, wow, we love it. Question, what language is that? Because it sounds like our language, but it's not. I'm like, aha! It's Tagalog, bruh. You colonized it. But, I'm hoping it'll start conversations and, hopefully, educate more people that, Filipinos were, Spanish is kind of part of our culture because we were colonized for a long time. My last name is literally Martinez, so you know what I'm saying. But yeah, so that's kind of the goal of it, to spark conversations.
Amazing. I want to say I do love that you're someone who did grow up more in the Western world and you were already in the industry. So I want to commemorate you for going back to your roots. Like, you were almost before, obviously it's doing very well OPM now, but a lot of artists in the Philippines are trying to break into the Western and get there and have that opportunity, and you were already there, so you didn't necessarily have to do it, and you just really wanted to bring up your heritage and where you're from. And I think it's just a really amazing, and it's such a good song. I love it. I was playing it in the office the other day and everyone was like, what song is this? I was like, Chase Martinez. Listen.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Thank you.
People love it because it's just so catchy, and it's so it's spicy. Has a little spice to it.
Thank you so much.
Speaking of which, I do want to play a little bit of it just for the viewers to kind of get a little bit for it. So I know you don't have a music video yet, so maybe we can. You do have a little bit of some sort of visual teaser that is a little bit spicy, so I think we should maybe play that and let the viewers know what they're getting themselves into.
Are you ready for me?
Woo! Spicy! Oh, cool. I love the colors with the red and the yellow. So just speaking a little bit on the visuals, because I know that there isn't a music video, but can you speak a little bit about what inspired the visuals, what your vision was for it, and if we're going to get something similar to it for the music video?
Yeah, I mean, think of the... Bro, you're making me blush, bro.
Hey, you put it out. I didn't. Okay, just.
That's true. That's true. That was on me. Blame it on me. With the music video, think of the teaser as more like, it's kind of like what's to come, low key, even though it was kind of revealing, but it wasn't at the same time. Yeah, so the vision that I had for it is more like just showcasing. See, on top of my goal of like mixing cultures together, it was also an opportunity for me to express some parts of me that I couldn't, I couldn't express before.
Yeah.
Bro, like it's kind of hot in here. And the idea behind that is to kind of like showcase this side of me where it's almost hidden away in a sense, because I was when I was in a boy band, I was kind of looked a certain way because you have to be portrayed a certain way, and behind those cameras and behind when I was touring and all of that, I was growing up behind all of that. I lived a life, and I was discovering myself, and I discovered what I like, and even my love life kind of emerged and submerged, and so I feel like this time around, I will, as a solo artist, I can definitely showcase that side. That was completely irrelevant to what we were talking about. The music video. I'm sorry. Let's just go back. But yeah, the idea behind the music video is to kind of showcase like the spiciness of the song, bring out the different elements of the song, different accents of the song, and yeah, I'm working on that currently, and I'm really hoping that people will like it when it comes out.
So maybe we'll just do a little bit of some more questions going on, like to know a little bit more about you and about what inspired you. So after just speaking of being in a group, you're now a solo artist, which I'm sure has been a big transition. Like you said, you're able to express more sides to yourself, and explore your own music, your own sound. So what do you think have been the biggest changes for you personally, and what you've learned from transitioning from being in a group to being a solo artist?
I want to say the biggest thing for me, because it has to be, there's a word for it, being hands-on with everything, because I didn't just transition from being a boy band member to a solo artist. I transitioned from a solo artist as well as being an independent artist. So for the most case, I'm kind of the driving force of this ride, if that makes sense. And I have a dedicated team. I'm so grateful for my team. They're like my little family. And, they kind of like relying on me in terms of like what's next. And, I'm kind of like the pressure point of where we're going for. So I think the biggest thing for me was more like just having more responsibilities, as well as, adjusting, having the attention to yourself. I mean, even right now, as we're having this, I'm still kind of like, yo, where the hell's that?
Yeah, of course, you're not used to being solo.
Yeah, on even on stage as well. So the biggest thing is definitely adjusting into pressure point, and your team relying on you, and just being hands-on with my career. And on top of that, also having the attention to myself. It's really fun, don't get me wrong, but whenever I kind of struggle, I do have to remind myself that I am enjoying this. So the fact that I'm here with you, Loly, spending time with me and getting to know me, it's fun, because now I can fully be myself with no hesitation, really. So yeah, I'm excited. it's a journey so far, but I'm excited.
Good. Well, I'm really excited for everything you have coming up.
Thank
So, speaking of which, you are a fellow 18 and you are a fellow fan of like a load of artists that I think we have in common. So within that, who would be your dream music collaboration?
Within that, okay, so um, I can't
Anyone, not
lie.
even Filipino artists, but anyone on the planet who could be your dream collaboration.
Okay, so me and the 18, I'm not gonna lie to you. We have been manifesting a collaboration with Chase Martinez x SB19. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
That would be kind of cool, right?
yeah.
But
SB19, if you're
yeah,
watching this, slide into his
if you're
DMs.
watching this,
Yeah, because they're gonna be watching.
slide through. And I
Slide
know
into
two of you
DMs.
know me. I know I gained your attention somehow, but yeah, no, my on top of that, my dream collaborations, I want to say, if Michael Jackson has a demo somewhere, that would be,
Wow.
God bless her soul.
Yeah.
But I want to do a collab with Beyonce,
Queen.
with Justin Bieber.
Yes.
I can see myself doing a song with Justin Bieber, with Chris Brown, and I want to do a song with Tori Kelly because I used to fancy her so much.
Her vocals, though, her vocals are insane.
Vocals are incredible. And then one of my there's this Pinoy artist called Zach de Boudler,
Oh yes,
and
yes.
I love his music, and I'm like, broski, we need to collaborate. Let me work my bread up, okay, and then and then we're gonna collaborate. You know what I'm saying? But I just entered the game, so let me just warm up a little bit.
Hey, you never know.
But you never know, you never know. But Timbaland, I wanna do a song with Timbaland.
Ah. Oh, that brings me back to
So
my childhood, Timberland.
me too.
Amazing. Well, manifesting all of that for you.
Thank you.
So, can you share a memorable experience that has had a significant impact on your musical growth?
So I want to say one of the biggest things for me as an artist would be probably working with musicians and artists who have who has a name already. Like for example, growing up, I was able to work with Diane Warren in the industry, as well as just work with people who made a name for themselves, who has hits, and just being around them, seeing who they are and how they work, and that was a pinnacle point for me because I was able to see it with my eyes instead of seeing it through screen and watching interviews or watching documentaries of people that I look up to. It was very different being with them in the flesh because it was more real in a sense. And one of my earliest experiences was being in LA for the first time, and I got to meet with Diane Warren, and I get to meet all these executives, and I got to had a meal with head of different record labels, and it was just real to me, and I was surrounded by music, and for the first time, it was more like I can physically touch my dream. You know what I'm saying? It's right in front of me, and it wasn't just like a writing away or like I said, watching documentaries away. It was real. It was right in front of me, and for me, when I was seeing all of that and watching these people work, even though they're already established, they still put in the work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was inspiring for me. And I'm like, you can still succeed and still do what you love, bro. Like, but that was when I was pretty young in the industry. It was an eye opening for me where you can literally stay grounded and stay humble because of how passionate you are with what you do, especially with music. Like the titles and successes doesn't really define you. It's who you are and what you do that defines you. That was a pinnacle experience. That was a pinnacle point for me that's given me the experience to grow as an artist. Because I'm like, so if they can still keep going, I can definitely keep going. So yeah, sorry, I'm an overshare.
No, it's great. This is an interview. That's what we want. We want to keep talking. So, do you have any current plans actually to release an album? You were currently working on an album?
Yeah, right now actually I'm in talks with a few studios and people who wants to kind of be part of it. And my goal right now is to finish up all these songs that I have. They're already written, they just need to be recorded
Yeah.
and make it spicy. But
Spicy.
yeah, before the end of the year I'm hoping to actually release either like an album EP or an album just to have something out there, just to say, hey, I'm an artist, I have an album out. But yeah, I'm really excited because it's a little bit scary. Like even releasing Mr. Suave was scary for me, but you know, at least people will get to hear kind of like my artistry, and I've pretty much written the songs, so that's the scary part when you've written something and you project it to the world. But yeah, no, I'm excited. That's kind of what's next, really. So yeah.
So I wanted to just ask you, I did actually ask this exact question to a few other Filipino artists I've interviewed, but I really like hearing everyone's answers, so I really want to hear your take on it. So what do you think, because I know that you are putting that Filipino flavor into your music, so what do you think sets Filipino music, like its sound, it gives it its unique identity on an international stage? Like, what do you think brings that little extra, that's something different people haven't heard before?
I love that. Thank you for that question. That's really nice. I want to say, okay, so I want to say from my point of view, right, as a fellow artist, I think what will set us apart is I want to say is our passion,
Yeah.
because depending on what song that we do, but most of the time, us fillers we're very romantic, and we're very you can hear it from our voice, from the way we sing, and we're just passionate in general. So I mean, you heard Mr. Suave, right? I meant every word of that. You know what I'm saying? And like, girl, we have on that. Let's just take this. You know what I'm
Singing from the
saying?
heart.
You know what I'm saying? Like I meant every word because I'm singing to you. I'm singing to this girl. I'm Mr. Suave, just letting you know. But you know what I'm saying. But I think what sets us apart is our passion, and when we're singing love songs, we're singing from the heart. We're romantic, and you'll fall in love. I don't know. For us, we just give us a guitar, and then we'll sing "Lemonade" to you by Jeremy Passion. Like you'll fall in love, hopefully. But for me, I think that's what sets us apart. We're passionate, we're romantic, and yeah, it's all from the heart, baby.
I love that. I love that. I know from a lot of Filipino friends, and everything you guys do is full of passion. Whether it's a friendship, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, no matter what you're doing, it's always passion. So I love that. I actually think KZ said the same thing. Now that I think about it, I think she said passion.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, what?
I love that.
I like this question. I think it's very relevant for you as well, being so young in the industry. So the industry is obviously constantly evolving. It's constantly changing with new trends and new way that music is being exposed. Like people gotten famous on TikTok, YouTube. So what do you think are the key factors to staying relevant as a singer in today's fast-paced industry?
I think I'm gonna say all these things, but I'm actually getting tested. So I think for that question, the one thing that I've learned is to literally project your personality in a way that it could be received. Like I said, you can use like I don't know trends or something, then make it your own.
Yeah.
Or just literally talk on the camera while you put your music out, talking about the song or something. As long as they showcase you talking, like they hear you talking, because I realize now that, you looking a certain way and your music sounding a certain way is one thing, but when you talk, people see you completely different. So I think for me, the key factors in staying relevant is definitely not just paying attention to trends, but also like, projecting your personality, because the beautiful thing about this game is that you can literally be yourself, and that's what sets you apart. But also thinking about what sets you apart. But in any case, that's already been set because God already made you. You know what I'm saying? Like you're already designed like in a most unique way. So it's just kind of projecting that. And like I said, I'm saying all these things, but I'm getting tested. But I'm hoping to really project myself out there and my personality. And yeah, and if you can't think of any more, just if you're running out of ideas, think of a chair, right? You're sitting in a chair, but then sit upside down. So your head is where your foot is. So new ideas will come out.
Oh, I'm gonna try that. Next time I'm stuck on work now, I'm gonna try that.
All right, bet.
Come over, piece with my feet in the air. But Chase told me to do it. Just ignore it.
So yeah, it works for me, but you don't have to take my word for it.
Hey, Mr. Suave came out of it, so if it works, it works.
Facts.
So how do you maintain a balance between your personal life and the demands of a job like yours? Like what self-care and practice or routines do you prioritize to stay grounded and focused?
Wow, I'm really getting tested with those questions right now. I love that. I want to say that the biggest thing for me when it comes to being in this game, especially now that I've officially entered the game as a solo artist, for me, it's definitely the balance of taking time for myself. And no matter how long that is, it can be 20 minutes, it could be 10 minutes, or it could be an hour. And that could take any shape or form. It could be me listening to a podcast, or me listening to an audiobook, or me just watching anime. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing that I did figure out recently is that when my career can wait. Yeah. When I need some time for myself, when it's crucial, even social media. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm very thankful to have a good team around me, like Kuya, Kuya Charlie. Like he always reminds me, like, social media can wait, this and that. Like when I see myself overworked, sometimes, I get carried away because I do have an addictive personality sometimes. But, when people around me kind of bring me back, like, hey, Chase, like, social media can wait, do something that you like or do some writing. So when I do get carried away, I have some people that kind of bring me back down to stay grounded. But you also have to keep in mind that I'm still kind of new at this.
Yeah.
So, like, I've just put one song out, and frankly, I'm still kind of learning the pressures and the nerves about being a solo artist. So on top of that, I'm also handling everything, so it can be a little bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
So my main challenge right now is to find time, like schedule time for myself, and I make sure whatever shape or form that is, like I said, like podcast, audiobook, anime, or like even just playing music without, like, because sometimes when I listen to music, it could be like a research or like trying to be inspired. But no, like there's some songs that I listen to, I don't even attempt to sing, right? I sing all the time, but like for most people, for me as well, music is also an experience, and I don't want to ruin that for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like if I like the song, why would I want to try and sing it? Like, that song was meant to be an experience. Like, let me just be quiet. Let's stop singing for a minute and enjoy the music. So there's that point as well. And as well, just playing guitar and singing just for fun, not even rehearsing, because that's how it started. That's how I got here in the first place.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my challenge right now. But yeah, I'm learning. We'll see how I do a year from now, and then we'll go back to the interview.
Oh no. Okay, so we have one last question, then we'll play a quick little game, just something fun. So what message do you want to convey, or what do you want people to take away from your music when they listen to it? You're like,
Oh. So, the one thing that I want people to take away from my music, this album in particular, it's going to showcase different shades of kind of like my love life in a sense. and my way of thinking, especially that moment of moment in time of my life. Um, I want to say I want them to kind of see, kind of like, my love life in that sense, as well as my way of thinking, and and hopefully be inspired in a sense. Because, for example, Mr. Suave, it's confidence. There's so much confidence in that song. I don't even know who that is, bro. I mean, I feel like Mr. Suave is almost like
Alter ego.
yeah, like another person. You know what I'm saying? He's charming, he's sweet, but he knows he's so he kind of he knows it as well, but he's not gonna show you. He's gonna let them, like, I don't know. He's also very, like, he's very bro. I'm actually feel like he's right here right now. He's about to come out, but he's confident, but not in a way it's negative, without putting anyone else down. He's just proud of himself, and he's projecting that with whoever girl that he likes or goes for. But I'm kind of hoping, my fellow fellows out there will be able to, let's say you turn on Mr. Suave, you're getting ready, you kind of get the confidence going, you know what I'm saying? And even with the women, you know what I'm saying, with my girls out there, with my babais out there, like, hopefully they can feel like the song's about them, or Mr. Suave is mine, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's singing about me, you know what I'm saying?
The song's about me.
But yeah, so, like, yeah, I'm hoping, people can feel good about it while they're playing it. And, with my new songs coming out, yeah, I'm kind of hoping people can kind of resonate to it in their own way, hopefully.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay, so we're going to play a very quick little game of this
Alright.
and this or that. So it's going to be rapid fire, so you have to answer as fast as you can. No thinking about it. Okay?
Okay.
It's just going to be a few little things, this or that, and you're going to be with this one or that one, okay? It's only a few. Some of them are a bit controversial. You'll see what I mean when you hear it. So, calling or texting?
Calling.
Smart style or street style?
Street style.
Staying in or going out?
Staying in.
Morning bird or night owl?
Not out, definitely.
Horror or comedy?
Horror. I love horror.
Cinema date or dinner date?
Cinema, baby. Yes.
Oh, so Filipino food, British food, or American food?
Bruh. Filipino food.
There's a few seconds lagging there. So,
Sorry.
get a new tattoo or get a new piercing?
Probably tattoo.
This is a controversial one. Pineapple on pizza or no pineapple on pizza?
Oh, I don't want to get cancelled.
I will judge you based on your answer. I want you to know that.
Pineapple on pizza.
Oh no, man. I thought we could be friends. Sweet or spicy?
Sweet. I can't do. I didn't inherit the Filipino gene. I'm sorry.
And that's it. You finished it. Well done.
Well, that was scary.
You did very well. So thank you, Chase,
Thank you.
so much for joining us here. Everyone, please go make sure you stream the song. Go, everything will be linked down below. So go follow Chase on all of his socials. We are working on getting him to do a show here, hopefully next year in Dubai. So hopefully you'll be able to come see him, come support. Chase, if you want to tell them where to find you, apart from what I just said, and anything you have upcoming you want to shout out, anything like that, please take it away.
Yeah, sure. So, you guys can follow me on my journey at Chase Martinez Music on all of my social media platforms. Keeping in mind, I stay hella active there, and I'm also keeping you guys up to date with everything else, including music. Alright, so I'm actually working on my new music right now, so make sure you stay up to date with me, and yeah, let's ride this journey together. I'm excited.
And keep an eye out for the music video whenever it's dropping as well.
Oh, the music video too.
There will be a reaction video on this channel, don't worry.
Oh yeah, let's
Yes,
go.
definitely, 100%. So yeah, thanks.
Let's
that is
go.
all. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Suave. Mamita, mamita, oh grabbe.